video, I want to talk about Arthur Edward Waite and the development of the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, a synthesis of Esotericism, Spiritualism, and Western philosophy. Arthur Edward Waite, 1857 to 1942, was a prominent occultist, mystic, and esoteric scholar who revolutionized the world of tarot with his creation of the Rider-Waite Tarot deck in collaboration with artist Pamela Colman Smith. Tarot cards had existed for centuries as tools for divination and gaming, but Waite's dedication to spiritualism, Hermeticism, Judeo-Christian influences, and Western esoteric traditions allowed him to transform the tarot into a deeply spiritual and interpretive system. By embedding the cards with his philosophical and mystical beliefs, Waite created a deck that transcended its predecessors, providing seekers with a gateway into the mysteries of the universe and the self. This video will explore how Waite's spiritual philosophies, Hermetic inclinations, and engagement with diverse mystical traditions converged to produce a tarot deck rich with symbolic meaning and esoteric depth. Waite's journey into esotericism and spiritualism. Waite's early life was marked by loss of curiosity about the spiritual realm. Orphaned at a young age, he sought solace in understanding the mysteries of life and death, eventually turning to spiritualism, a movement that promised contact with the spiritual world. Spiritualism, emerging in the 19th century, heavily influenced Waite's perspective on metaphysics and the divine. However, he was not content with the popular manifestations of spiritualism. Instead, he sought deeper truths through systematic study and practice of esoteric traditions. Waite's spiritualism was profoundly shaped by Judeo-Christian theology, which he synthesized with his magical pursuits. Unlike many occultists of his time who saw that they felt they needed to outright reject Christianity, Waite saw value in its symbolic and spiritual teachings. He viewed Christ as a mystical figure and explored the hidden esoteric meanings behind Christian doctrines. Waite's dedication to uncovering these spiritual truths informed the symbolism in the Rider-Waite deck, particularly in cards like the Hierophant and The Judgment, which reflect his integration of Christian imagery with universal spiritual principles. What about the influence of Hermeticism and Western mystical traditions? Waite's fascination with the Western mystery tradition led him to study and eventually join the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, an influential occult organization that explored alchemy, Kabbalah, astrology, and tarot. Hermeticism, a philosophical system emphasizing the unity of the divine and the material world, became a cornerstone of Waite's beliefs. He saw the tarot as a tool to reveal the Hermetic axiom, as above, so below, illustrating the interconnectedness of the universe and the human soul. Through the Golden Dawn, Waite deepened his understanding of the tarot's esoteric potential. The Golden Dawn used tarot not merely for fortune-telling, but as a system of initiation and self-realization. Waite embraced this approach, viewing the cards as a symbolic map of the spiritual journey. His deck incorporated many of these Hermetic principles, particularly the relationship between the macrocosm, the universe, and the microcosm, the individual soul. For example, the Magician card represents the individual's ability to channel divine energy, a core Hermetic concept. Waite eventually broke from the Golden Dawn due to disagreements over leadership and interpretation of esoteric practices. However, his time within the organization had a lasting impact on his spiritual framework. Waite sought to refine and codify his mystical ideas in a way that would be accessible to the broader public, a goal he ultimately achieved through his tarot deck. What about the role of the Judeo-Christian symbolism, which comes out in the Rider-Waite Tarot? Waite's Judeo-Christian influences are evident throughout the Rider-Waite deck. Unlike earlier tarot decks, which often feature explicitly pagan or secular imagery, Waite's deck incorporated Christian archetypes and moral lessons. For Waite, the tarot was not a profane tool for predicting the future, but rather a sacred text that revealed divine wisdom. One of the most striking examples of Christian symbolism is the High Priestess card, which represents spiritual knowledge and the mystery of the divine. The card's imagery of the veil, the pillars, and the sacred scroll draws heavily from the image of the Temple of Solomon, linking it to both Jewish and Christian traditions. Similarly, the Judgment card echoes the Christian theme of resurrection and redemption, presenting the soul's ultimate union with the divine. Waite also integrated Kabbalistic concepts, particularly the Tree of Life, into the structure of his deck. Each card in the major arcana corresponds to a path or sephira on the Tree of Life, illustrating the soul's ascent towards divine enlightenment. This synthesis of Christian and Kabbalistic ideas underscores Waite's belief in the unity of all spiritual truths. What about the influence of Thelema and other esoteric teachings? While Waite himself was not a Thelemite, He shared a mutual respect and intellectual engagement with Aleister Crowley, the founder of Thelema and a fellow member of the Golden Dawn. Thelema, with its emphasis on personal will and spiritual liberation, resonated with Waite's broader goals of self-realization and divine connection. Although Waite's approach was more restrained and aligned with Christian mysticism, his deck reflects a subtle acknowledgement of Thelemic ideas, particularly the concept of individual spiritual agency. The Fool, for example, can be interpreted through a Thelemic lens as the seeker embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. Waite's interpretation of the Fool as a figure of boundless potential and divine innocence aligns with the Thelemic idea of embracing one's true will. However, Waite diverged from Thelema's more libertine aspects, emphasizing moral discipline and spiritual purity instead of some other ideas in Thelema. Waite also drew upon broader Western esoteric traditions, including alchemy, Neoplatonism, and Rosicrucianism. His deep study of these systems informed his understanding of tarot as a transformative tool. Alchemical symbolism, for example, appears in the Temperance card, which depicts the blending of opposites to create spiritual harmony. Waite's synthesis of these diverse teachings demonstrates his commitment to creating a deck that encapsulated the entirety of Western esotericism. What about the artistic collaboration with Pamela Colman Smith? Well, the Rider-Waite deck owes much of its impact to the artistic talents of Pamela Colman Smith, whom Waite enlisted to bring his wisdom to life. Smith, a member of the Golden Dawn and an accomplished illustrator, shared Waite's esoteric inclinations and brought a unique sensitivity to the product through their joint vision. Waite provided detailed instructions for the imagery, ensuring that each card conveys specific spiritual meanings, while Smith's artistic style added a layer of accessibility and emotional resonance with the cards. One of the most significant innovations of the Rider-Waite deck is its fully illustrated minor arcana. Earlier decks often depicted these cards with simple pips, but Waite and Smith transformed them into narrative scenes filled with symbolic detail. This change made the tarot more accessible to beginners and reinforced Waite's belief in the deck as a tool for spiritual growth and exploration. What about the legacy of the Rider-Waite Tarot? Well, the Rider-Waite Tarot deck remains one of the most popular and influential tarot decks in the world, a testament to Waite's vision and dedication. By integrating spiritualism, Hermeticism, Judeo-Christian symbolism, and other Western esoteric traditions, Waite elevated tarot from a simple divinatory tool to a profound system of spiritual wisdom. The deck's imagery continues to inspire seekers, providing a bridge between the mystical and the mundane. Waite's legacy extends far beyond the tarot. His writings on mysticism, alchemy, and esotericism remain valuable resources for students on the mysteries of the occult. However, it is the Rider-Waite deck that stands as the greatest achievement, a synthesis of centuries of spiritual knowledge distilled into 78 cards that invite us to explore the mysteries of all existence. In conclusion, Arthur Edward Waite's development of the Rider-Waite Tarot deck represents a monumental achievement in the history of esotericism. Through his dedication to spiritualism, Hermeticism, and Western mystical traditions, Waite transformed tarot into a sacred text filled with profound meaning and universal truths. His collaboration with Pamela Colman Smith brought his vision to life, creating a deck that continues to resonate with seekers around the world. By bridging ancient wisdom with modern interpretation, Waite ensured that the Rider-Waite Tarot would remain a timeless tool for spiritual exploration and self-discovery. Stay safe, my friends. Take care. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, this is a safe space. If you're returning, I love and appreciate you so much, and I'm glad that you're back. In the name of the Most High God, I wish you health, wealth, prosperity, and abundance. Blessings and protection. Signing off. Take care. Have a great day.